Yo, what's up, manga fans? This is Raphael from C Manga, and I'm here to give you a review of this week's chapter of Bleach, chapter 555, The Hero. And it was one of those chapters, fast and not much happened. But if you're an Ichigo fan like I am, a massive one, you would enjoy it because he's back in action, and he's looking quite slick today. I could imagine the number one theme, his theme from the anime being played, particularly the one that was played when he went to go and fight Aizen. I just thought, he's looking sick. His Zangetsus are all they're wrapped up around the hilt area again, and he's got these like Arabian looking clothes on, and I just thought, boy, this is a new look. It reminded me of like that whole Goku vibe, when he comes back and he's dressed in Dragon Ball, when he came back as an adult after training with Kami, he was wearing robes like that, and then he unraveled his hair. And also in later on in when Goku came back to Earth after training on that planet with the aliens, it just had the whole vibe, the hero's back, as the thing the chapter title says. So it had that whole hero vibe. It was kind of like a hopeful atmosphere they're trying to portray in this chapter compared to the last one, when all the Vanderich released their Vollständig, there we go. And I enjoyed it. I wasn't really complaining too much. My only complaint was that I was like, Kubo, there was 3 other people that went with Ichigo, where are they? But I know he loves doing this kind of troll thing, so he's gonna leave them. But I did enjoy the chapter quite a bit, because it was it had that whole Bleach comedy feel to it again. Ichigo's all kind of acted like a child again, when he was asking Korinji, so it's I'm ready to go, but where's the pillar thing? And he was going like that, and it made me laugh how they drew him. And Korinji's you're walking, and he's and Korinji was expecting Ichigo to rage, because he told him, oh, it's gonna take a week. And he had a speech bubble next to him, of Ichigo, what do you mean it's gonna take a week? Quincy could be attacking. And Ichigo just said, oh, okay, that's cool. It's it's not a big deal. And he was shocked. And it made me laugh, because I was expecting Ichigo to rage, but he was just nah, I'm alright then. Well, do it that way, we'll take the stairs. And what's that guy, the bald-headed guy, Ichibe, he comes and he's laughing as usual, saying, oh, so you finally stopped overreacting. So I'm guessing throughout that time, obviously the time we saw, and then afterwards when Ichigo went to train, he must have been screaming and making up noise as usual, and now he's finally stopped. But it was things like that I like, because the Zero Squad were so familiar with Ichigo and vice versa. They were so friendly, and they'd known each other, kind of when Ichigo was training with the Visors, it's he makes friends with people like that quite easily and quite quickly, so it was really funny to see. But other than that, we see that Ichigo's basically getting ready to go. Ichibe tells Ichigo oh you don't have to worry about not getting there on time for the Quincy's, or getting there too early, because the Quincy's attacked 3 hours ago. And then he's charging off saying, you were concentrating 3 hours ago. And then he's you should have said that earlier, and some crap like that. It was so funny, but the way he was just charging down. And then Hikafune arrives and throws a rice ball. And this is where I thought, is there a mistranslation here? Because it said, eat this when you get angry. And Ichigo's okay, I'll find somewhere to hide in battle and eat this when I get angry. I'm assuming that means hungry, but if it actually does mean angry, I'm wondering, is that gonna be something to do with the training? But I'm guessing it's to do with hungry, and the whole Ryatsu thing. It's probably just a simple mistake, or best be overlooked. So as I said, I just enjoyed seeing Ichigo being portrayed. It had that whole Soul Society feel as well when he came to Seiruka, and he was all caped up and knight in shining armor kind of thing. I mean, it is cliche, but I like Ichigo, and I like how Kubo does these new designs, because that whole Arabian thing was really fun to see. I'm curious to see how powerful Ichigo is now, because I feel those clothes he was wearing is some sort of restriction, because we're on the way back down when he was talking to Urahara, he tells him what time he's how long he's going to be, and he tells him, I'm not being cheeky, can you wait? After he said that, he pulls off like it looked like he pulled off the hat scarf thing he was wearing, and then it's like he boosted forward. So I'm assuming, is that like some sort of restriction, like weighted clothing that kind of represses his Ryatsu, and maybe that's the reason why Ichigo feels he could get there in half a day, because he did say, a week, I'll get there in half a day if I try really hard. Then so maybe I'm just looking things too carefully, or too overlooking things, but it looked like it was some sort of restrictions for his power. But other than that, I'm very looking forward to see what Ichigo's going to do in battle, how he's going to deal with those two, using the two Zanpakutos. So yeah, we have the last little bit. It was a bit, just looking at Bambietta again. Shinji, as soon as we see him, he gets taken out. Like, it looked like half of his shoulder was just blown away. We see Bambietta's fraction are also able to use the Vollständig, and they're just arguing amongst each other. And then it ends like with one of them saying, Bambietta should be the last person to use it, because apparently how dangerous she is, and the battle would end in 1 second. So I'm guessing her Vollständig is really lethal, hence the her having the letter E, which I said last time I think is for explosion. So I'm guessing her rage, her letter and all that, it's just like she's volatile, literally, emotionally and physically, she's dangerous. So yeah, and she is a bit of a nutcase, because she has a weird personality disorder, where she just, 1 minute she's all acting cute, then she's raging, then she's like a slut kind of person. Yeah, so I'm guessing, yeah, there's going to be a bit of trouble with her. But yeah, as I said, it was a fast chapter. It was really only two things to know: that the Vollständig things are dangerous, they're godlike, and Ichigo's back and he's ready. And this is why I said I enjoyed it, because I like Ichigo, so that's about it. But other than that, as I said, the things I was a bit annoyed about, even though it's kind of obvious Kubo logic as usual. Where was Rukia, Byakuya and Renji? I wanted to see if they were finished. I'm guessing they're going to arrive later when something happens, like, the kind of cavalry arrives at the last minute when they're needed, even though I would have preferred to see them now and see if they got powered up in new clothing. Did Ichigo meet the Soul King? That's what I want to know. Is this something we're going to see later on, like in a flashback or something? Because that was the whole reason he was brought there as well, wasn't it? As the Soul King was interested in him, so maybe that would be brought up later on. As I said, how's he gonna fight now? Things like that. As I said, has he got new attacks other than Getsuga Tensha? And it's so sick to see that he's got a little one holstered on his hip, and now the other Zangetsu on his back. How is he gonna use those? That's really gonna be interesting to see. His clothes do look very familiar to that Arabian filler, if people watch the Bleach anime, where he was in like some Arabian version of the Bleach universe. It does actually look similar, so I wonder if Kubo got his designs from there. And obviously he's obvious inspiration for Makari Toriyama with the whole Goku persona thing with the clothing and all that. The rice ball, I'm actually wondering, is there something particular about that? Is it like a senzu bean or something? And is that angry thing mistypo or typo, or is it actually mean something? Because I just think it's hungry and that's what it's for. And yeah, as I said, that was really like, one of those typical Ichigo chapters where he arrives, he's here to save the day. And as I said, I enjoyed it quite a lot. I really want to see what he's going to do, how far his power level is compared to the the Quincy's, and I'd like to see him beat a few guys before, getting his ass handed. So I don't want to see that happen at all, to be honest. We've seen it already. I'm guessing from now on, Ichigo's going to be quite, resilient and obviously battle worthy. And as I said, he's really matured as a man now. They've even said he's a pure Shinigami. He's a real Shinigami. His Ryatsu isn't wavering anymore. He's changed, and he does look very sure of himself and ready for this fight. And like I said, he wasn't even complaining much in this chapter like he usually does, even though I said it's usually for comedy. But yeah, he didn't even rage, so can't wait to see what Ichigo's like later on. So other than that, yeah, that was it for this chapter. The usual, guys. If you have any comments, opinions, predictions for next time, leave them in the comments box below. If you enjoyed the chapter, leave us a like, because it helps us out. And also subscribe for more content in the channel. As you can see, we're currently doing the Hajime no Ippo Horizon reviews. if you missed last week's Bleach review, check that out, and stay tuned to check out the latest Naruto chapter this week, which should be coming up later on. So I'll speak to you guys later.